Hello, my crafty friends. It's Debbie back again. I want to show you today how I attach my oyster shells, or really any shell, to these fabulous bottle stoppers. I do it with Let's Resin. Very easy. I also, when I started doing this, I bought the starter kit. So I'm going to drop the link for that down below because you get 2 bottles. You get a nice silicone pad to work on. You just get a lot of fun items that will help you when you're working on, of course, you get your light, which I will be using today to show you how to do this. So I get these on Amazon. I'll drop that link for you as well. And they come in the chrome or in the gold. So depending upon what I'm doing, I will change out the color. So for this one, I did the gold, and the next one I'm going to also do the gold. Now notice that I have used pieces of styrofoam. I like to upcycle everything that I have. These come inside of boxes of, I think the last thing I got was my Epson printer. And inside were all of these, and I don't throw them away. I save them and use them for all kinds of things. So you could drop it in just like that. Hopefully you can see. I'm going to make sure you can see. Now, this shell I just finished. Look at how pretty. It even has a piece of another shell on the back. I love it. I just finished this shell, and it's basically a napkin of corks. I don't know if you can see the corks, but I thought it would be adorable. So I put the napkin in there, finished it off, and then I used my Let's Resin chrome markers to do. I know you're going to ask me what I use, so I'm going to tell you right now. It's fabulous. They come in the bronze, gold, and silver chrome. They're probably the brightest I have ever used. I leave the plastic on because I'm always using them when I'm working with resin, etc. So I leave the plastic on. I just cut it so that I can open and close them. Okay, hopefully this doesn't move around too much. I like to reuse everything, so there's a paper bag under here. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to place, let me show you, it's going to go right there. And as you can see, there's not much that's going to be attached. But with the resin, it's going to attach quite quickly. Okay, so I'm going to drop a little dot, just a teeny dot. I'm going to put my shell where I want it. I'm going to hit this 3 times, which gives me 150 seconds. But for the beginning, I'm just going to hold it and move it around to the other side. 150 seconds is a very long time when you're filming. But I want you to see in real time how quickly this is going to attach itself. Of course, if I don't keep messing it up with this wire. All UV resin must have a UV light to cure it. If you've been to the nail salon, sometimes your nail tech will use the UV if she's using, that kind of a nail base. It's sort of the same. It's kind of from the same family of resin, but it's not exact. It's important when you're using resin, not epoxy. Epoxy resin is a whole different resin. But the UV resin, when you're using it, all you need to do to take it off of your fingers or any tools you may be using is alcohol, straight alcohol. And you don't need the 91% alcohol. I do use that when I do the epoxy resin. But when I'm just doing the UV resin, I only use the 70%. should be almost done. As soon as it is, I'm going to pop some more resin on the back side. And we'll continue on. Okay. The light goes off. I'm going to add just a teeny bit to the back side of the shell. I'm going to turn it sideways. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I use some different tools when I am working with UV resin. I'm going to show them to you now. I'm not particularly using them today because I'm working with a very small portion of the shell on the attachment. But I use these little silicone wands when I'm working with my shells to spread the UV resin. They're fabulous, and they also come with these, which are tinier, and I use these a lot when I'm working with the scallop shells to get into all the grooves. And then it's got a dotting at the end. The dotting comes in handy if you're using paints and you're trying to swirl, or you're using, you want to dot things. They're just amazing, and they're so reasonably priced. I get them on Amazon as well, and I will leave that link below for you. And if you get a moment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a whole playlist of shell tutorials. You know, there's so many different techniques that you can do. And I try to answer challenges that people are having so that it makes it easier for people to just watch a YouTube video and get their challenge fixed. Because those of us that have been doing shells for a while, we've made all the mistakes and we've tried all the things. And as you learn, you want to share that knowledge with others. So hopefully you will subscribe to my channel and watch the tutorials as needed. As you can see, it's standing alone right now. And I'm just catching the back, curing the UV resin. You have to be patient when working with this type of UV resin and also this type of setup, because you want to make sure that your shell is adhered to this so that, you know, if they pull the bottle stopper out of the bottle with the shell, it's not going to come apart. And as you can see, I'm pulling as hard as I can and it's not going to come apart. So, oh, look at, I missed a little spot of gold right there. I have to fix that. Okay, so now let's see how we're doing. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to do a little more UV resin now on the front side. And it's clear, so you don't have to worry that it's going to look messy. It's clear. All right, let's see. Let's put this way. Let's put it this way this time. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 settings on your little light. The first one is 60 seconds, then it's 90, and it's 150. I most of the time use 150. And just remember when you're using it to open up the little legs. And it's nice because you can close one of the legs and stand things up as needed. It works all around the shells perfectly. As you can see here, I have a whole bunch ready to roll as soon as I'm done showing you how it works. It's always a good idea when you're working with your shells to batch. And what I mean by batch is you can clean them all at the same time, lay them all out and dry them at the same time, prime them at the same time. And then when you begin to work with them, have them set up like, you know, one after the other and just keep rolling. Now this particular shell, I left natural. I wanted to see the beautiful spot. I think that is such a beauty of nature. And I did the interior with a metallic. And I also have a video about metallics because if you don't know how to put metallics on, you're going to get all streaks and you're going to get frustrated. So I have a video, it's real quick, on how to work with metallics. Okay, now this particular shell, I covered the back with the gold, and I added a little bee, and I put it on the gold stopper. So, you know, if you have a friend that loves bees, what a cute little gift this makes. It's a good housewarming gift or a little Christmas gift. I want to thank you for hanging around with me this morning and to see how you can get started making wine stoppers. Here you go. Now, as you can see, it looks clean and neat. It's not messy whatsoever, and it's ready to rock and roll. This is done. I'm just going to let it sit while I get started on my next batch. Have a great day, and it was so fun to be with you today. Bye-bye.